You need to have different gears in your life if you intend to take full advantage of every situation. Without a change of pace in your mentality and the way that you work, you won't have the adaptability to really live life the way it's supposed to be lived, right? We work so hard and we take so much time to do the things that we determine are important. For what? At the end of the day, it comes down to those moments in your life that you're spending actually doing the things that you enjoy, and whether or not you're able to be present when those moments happen. So for instance, if your friends invite you out on a night and you know that you have a bunch of stuff to do still, take the time to enjoy as much as you can and get back to your stuff when you have a moment. And you can enjoy beautiful times both with your friends and doing the things that you determine are important in your life. But these gears, no one really ever talks about them, because when you get into a state of mind where you actually want to be productive every single day and you have a quota that you want to hit in order to feel like you're actually doing something with your life and moving forward in some sort of direction, you need to be able to switch on and off. Being someone that's very productive, always on top of their game, trying to build their power. And then with the people you love, being someone that's there, that cares, and that has an ear to lend. This is a skill that's learned over time, something I'm still trying to work on myself. But one that I think is super, super, super important if you intend to maintain the thing that makes all of this worthwhile, which is your relationships. Your relationships with the people that you love and the new relationships you want to build up, your networking tools. Without knowing where and what type of mindset you need to have in a situation, it'll be very difficult for you to really utilize the time that you're spending with these people. Gears in life are essential. We need to be able to slow down and speed up with the situations that we come across. How do we do this without feeling like we are being ingenuine to ourselves in some capacity in moments during the day? Well, you have to realize first and foremost that we are an entire ocean to be explored. A range, a myriad of personalities and possibilities exist in each of us for good reason. We are a reflection of the people that we spend the most time with. We are a reflection of the things that we spend our time doing when no one is watching. If we do not utilize both of these, incorporate them into our personalities, and allow them to come out every now and then, we will block parts of ourselves off. And in a spiritual sense, that's basically hiding from yourself, right? Saying to yourself that, no, I am only this way, and that's it. That's all I do in my life. I think it's short-sighted. You gotta grow consistently, because without it, you'll feel a little hopeless in life, a little less motivated to do the things that you think are important to you, because a part of you is being left out. Like maintaining a household or relationships with your friends. The reality is, our strength, our possibility, the power that we have differs from day to day. The parts of ourselves that we need to satisfy in moments differs. And without a comprehension of what parts we need to satisfy, we're probably missing part of the picture. Important to contemplate. More important to utilize. So, when you have a chance in life to go and switch your gear from being super hyper all the time, maybe at work, and then to go back to home with your spouse or your kids or your dog, make sure to love them the way that you'd want to be loved in that situation. Make sure to have the compassion to say to yourself, hey, I'm willing to listen. However big your problem is, however big the thing that you're going through is, I don't care. One of my most important roles in life is to be here for you, right? How else are we to maintain the very relationships that keep us alive without realizing that the productivity that society pushes on us is not necessarily the productivity that's required to build a sustainable home life, sustainable life outside of the things that most people cherish and look up to. I was comparing some the roles and the goals of some of my mentors, and I was thinking to myself, hey, you know, who are the people in my life that I want to spend the most time with? Who am I going to carve out the time to build relationships with? And I realized it was with the people that spent the time to build up their relationships in their own life. A wise man once told me, when I asked him, how do you know how people care, how deeply someone cares? He said, look at how they treat others. Look at how they treat others and you'll know exactly how they're going to treat you. And that's just it. How can I go and make videos about emotional intelligence and about compassion and about spirituality if I'm unwilling or believe it's inconsequential to not spend time with the people that I love, to not help build them up, or spend these kind of subconscious moments with them, right? I think a lot of people, as we get into our working lives, assume that because we have carved out a day of the week to hang out with people and that we are going on a vacation maybe once a year, that that's enough to satisfy a relationship. And to some degrees, it is. It depends on your relationship, obviously. But my belief is that a lot of the time, when you are trying to really build something, it's the moments that you don't actually plan that end up connecting you deeper. You have to be able to sit with people, get into people, sit with them and care about the little things that they're going through, because that will give you a vantage as to what they're really going through, the bigger things. If you're ever looking to psychoanalyze your friends, just sit there and listen. Compassionomics, a book that basically shows that a compassionate, caring culture is the most efficient in terms of making money and also retaining the staff, the people in your life. It says that it takes about 20 seconds of uninterrupted listening on your part as a provider, as a medical practitioner. It takes 20 seconds for someone to feel like they're cared for. If you can't give 20 seconds to the people that you love, you're messing up, period. 20 seconds of undivided attention, all right? Try it out, And it's a muscle that we have to build up too, right? It's part of switching gears from being the person that's preaching, right? So being the person that's being sought after and looked at, to being the person that's there just to listen, just to give a shit. We have to know that we're capable of these two things. And there's lots of gears in between too. In my personal life, I have this creative gear, right? Where I have to let go of everything that I'm trying to do in order to be there in that moment and to surrender to whatever influences the universes are giving me so that I can create a piece of artwork. That's another gear for me. So discover this about yourself. Discover what parts of your life require what parts of your personality. And make sure, please make sure that those parts of your personality are present in those moments. That's how you build relationships that really last. And that's how you're going to have the inspiration to do the big career things, the successful things that you want to do. We cannot do it alone. We have to do it for people at the end of the day. We do. I don't know one person that I consider to be successful that's done it without people. Period. So get social, get good at communicating. And if you're looking for some tips and tricks on how to communicate and how to build proper networks, check this video out. I'll see you over there. And remember, actualize your potential. We need you. Take care of yourself.